Shalom, everyone. This is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and welcome to the Daily Drosh. Today's Daily Drosh is taken from Luke chapter 3, verse 4, and I'm going to be reading from the Living Bible Paraphrase. And this is talking about John the Baptist, also known as Yochanan the Immerser. And it says, in the words of Isaiah the prophet, John was, quote, a voice shouting from the barren wilderness, prepare a road for the Lord to travel on, widen the path before him. Verse 5, level the mountains, fill up the valleys, straighten the curves, smooth out the ruts. Verse 6, and then all mankind shall see the Savior sent from God, end quote. I thought this was very interesting, especially in the paraphrase, because we know that Isaiah was prophesying of John, but we also know that prophecies have multiple and deeper levels, at least four, according to the rules of Hebraic hermeneutics. And how this prophetic passage from Isaiah applies to us is that just as Yochanan, John, was the forerunner and was to prepare the way for the Messiah, we too, as believers in Messiah Yeshua, in our daily lives, we prepare the way for others to travel on the path to the road of salvation, to meet the Lord and Savior, Messiah Yeshua, that we know and love and serve. But it says, prepare the road for the Lord to travel on. Widen the path before him, level the mountains, fill the valleys, straighten the curves, smooth out the ruts, and then all mankind shall see the Savior sent from God. You know, I don't know if you've ever been on vacation or kind of taken a scenic route on your way to a bigger attraction like Mount Rushmore, the Smoky Mountains, or Niagara Falls, but you're going through the little podunk towns to see the little local attractions and the hidden gems that's, you know, really not promoted. And sometimes you just have to travel out of the way and go down dirt roads or mountain paths, or, you know, there's really no directions, and the locals say, well, take a right at the big oak tree or something like that. And the roads are rough and bumpy, but once you get there, it was worth all the trouble and the hassle to go and see that particular attraction. But it's not really the same mentally and spiritually when things are rough and things are rocky and things are bumpy, and we're trying to lead and bring somebody to the Lord, but maybe the path that we're laying out is all rocky, rough, and bumpy and curvy. The people spiritually traveling on it are getting car sickness, so to speak. You know, it's maybe because of us, maybe because of our witness, maybe because people see hypocrisy in us. Maybe we have a flaw or a pet sin that's on public display, and people say that, and they have a hard time reconciling that we're a believer in Messiah Yeshua, yet we still have this issue or this problem that we haven't dealt with or refused to deal with, or because maybe because we have a rotten attitude, maybe because we have a lack of compassion for other people, maybe because we're judgmental of other people and critical of other people, and it turns people off. So when we're trying to lead somebody down the path to meet Yeshua, the path that we're taking them on is rough, bumpy, hilly, curvy, and just full of ruts and potholes and ditches and cliffs. And nobody wants to travel on that. They're like, wow, this isn't worth it. You know, you're confusing me. I don't get what you're saying. And if you're trying to lead me to the Messiah that supposedly changed your life, I'm not seeing much difference between you and me. I'm seeing a lot of criticism, judgmentalism, hypocrisy going on here. And, you know, so maybe part of the leveling out of the straight paths is working on ourselves, getting us to the point where we submit to the Lord, where we're being transformed by his word, by his Torah, in such a way that we're conformed more into the likeness of Yeshua. So when people see us, they see Yeshua. So they see Yeshua ahead of time before we lead them to him, for them to meet him personally, to have their lives changed and have a salvation experience. So, you know, so if you're having a hard time witnessing to others, or not seeing the fruit of your labor in evangelism or witnessing or discipling, maybe look at yourself to see if you're the problem. James says that we need to look into the word as a mirror, and that mirror will reveal flaws in our spiritual character and nature that we need to work on, that we shouldn't turn away and forget what we saw, but look at it in all of its flawed ugliness and say, Lord, these are issues I've got to deal with, because these issues are standing in the way of other people coming to know you through me. So Lord, help me. So today, let's just kind of evaluate ourselves and have a self-evaluation and say, Lord, reveal to me things that need to be changed, that are standing in the way of others coming to know you through me. And that's what we want to do, because we want to bring people to the transforming, saving knowledge of Messiah Yeshua that we know, and that has affected our life in such a great and positive way. Guys, thanks again for listening. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Hey, want something to talk about? Go to my YouTube channel, Raybash Katan, and look for the playlist, Raybash's Ramblings. There, I ramble on about things that are important to the spiritual community.